This video is sponsored by JumpShotTrainer.com. Perfect your jumper by using JumpShotTrainer.com. Their method is proven to increase your accuracy by eliminating resistance from your offhand. Use the link in the description box below to learn more. Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Zach Lee, and let's just get into everything that we gotta talk about today. First up in the news, of course, the biggest story to come out yesterday was regarding Kevin Love, as he and the Cleveland Cavaliers agreed to a 4-year, $120 million contract extension. And we'll touch on why they might have done that in just a little bit. But the first thing we got to report on when it comes to this is the fact that apparently the Cleveland Cavaliers have been turning down teams inquiring about trading for Kevin Love left and right during the regular season and in the off season as well. As one reporter had this to say about the situation yesterday: throughout the season, especially as Cleveland struggled with its veteran group it had originally put together, teams would call the Cavs with one player especially targeted, all-star forward Kevin Love. Each time the inquiring team, among them according to sources were Miami, Charlotte, and Portland, was given a polite no thanks. Now, I doubt that any of those teams were making substantial offers, since the trade value of Kevin Love since he arrived in Cleveland had been deteriorating extremely quickly. So the Cavs weren't going to trade a guy while his value was at his absolute lowest. So that is why they decided to keep him. As for Kevin Love, and why would he choose to stay with the Cleveland Cavaliers now that they are about to be rebuilding, since they just lost LeBron James for a second time? Well, it's clearly because of the payday. He got 4 years, $120 million, $30 million each and every single year. Kevin Love most likely wasn't going to find that type of money in free agency, and according to reports, that's exactly why Kevin Love took that deal from Cleveland. As Jason Lloyd of The Athletic said that this deal Kevin Love received from Cleveland was a far better deal than he would get anywhere else. Love didn't get a max deal, but the reality is he may have struggled to get this size of contract extension in the open market next summer, when he could have become a free agent. At least 12 teams are projected to have enough space for a max slot next summer, but of the handful of executives I spoke to at the Summer League earlier this month, none thought Kevin Love could command another max deal in free agency. Cleveland, determined not to bottom out, might have been his best bet to get this type of money. Like I said, Kevin Love's stock has been plummeting ever since he was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I don't know of a team that would have been willing to offer him more money than he's making right now. So he took the deal. Also, Kevin Love did do an interview yesterday after the announcement of his contract extension, and he said that he's excited about the future of this team and he hopes that they are able to overachieve this upcoming season. So take a listen to that. And by the way, sorry about the audio. It's one of those videos where sound only comes out of one ear.
We're definitely excited about who we have moving forward. We know that we're going to add some new pieces, but we feel like things are going to head in the right direction, and we're going to be a team that's going to play extremely hard, overachieve hopefully, and we'll just go out there, throw the ball out, and see what happens. But it's a very exciting day. I actually didn't know what I was walking into this morning, which was super special, seeing the construction, put on the hard hat. It kind of felt, it felt good to be there with, some real blue-collar workers out there. So that was special to be a part of that.
So there's all of that. Look, that's what is being said publicly. That's, what the media is talking about. But if we can keep it 100% real here, I'd like to give you guys the real reason why Kevin Love is still on the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Cavs offered him this contract extension. Personally, I think the man is about to get Blake Griffin. And what I mean by that is how Blake Griffin signed a 5-year deal with the Los Angeles Clippers last summer, and then 6 months later, boom, he's traded to the Detroit Pistons. This season, without LeBron James on the team, there is no doubt that Kevin Love will be the center of attention for the Cleveland Cavaliers offense. They're going to run the ball through him a lot. And we all know the last time Kevin Love was considered to be the guy on an NBA team was back when he was with the Minnesota Timberwolves. And back when Kevin Love was with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he looked like a player that could one day win MVP. He looked like he was on his way to becoming a top 5 player in the NBA and maybe one of the greatest power forwards that the NBA has ever seen. He was that good back when he was with Minnesota. And that version of Kevin Love could easily demand max contract on the open market. No question about it. Teams will be lining up for miles waiting to get that version of Kevin Love on their team. So I strongly believe that Cleveland is banking on the fact, praying and hoping that Kevin Love, now that he's going to be the main focal point of their offense, returns to his Minnesota days, can play like the same Kevin Love that he was 4 or 5 seasons ago. And when he does guess what? They just signed the guy to a 4-year, $120 million contract. Once again, that's not even a max contract. And Kevin Love playing like that, a Minnesota Kevin Love on a 4-year deal, not even a max contract, you know what the Cavs would be able to demand in a trade for that type of player. That would up his trade value like none other. He become one of the most sought after players in the league once again, and the Cleveland Cavaliers will be able to get basically whatever they want for him. So personally, that's why I feel the Cleveland Cavaliers extended the offer to Love. And as for Love, once again, you know, he's just getting paid. He doesn't really care. He's on Cleveland right now. Even if he does get traded, it's not like there's many places worse that he could end up, so it's whatever. Next up in the news, New York Knicks rookie Kevin Knox just absolutely obliterated Carmelo Anthony on social media yesterday. So after this video of Melo training came out yesterday, which by the way, if this was last offseason, we all would have been hyped about, since we saw plenty of these type of videos last offseason, and those videos made us think that Carmelo was about to have some type of resurgence in his career, maybe even be like an MVP candidate. He looked that good in those offseason videos, but we know better now, so this video is going to hype up absolutely no one but maybe the most diehard of Carmelo Anthony fans. Anyways, like I said, Knicks rookie and Summer League standout Kevin Knox roasted Carmelo Anthony for how he plays in this video on social media yesterday, as he responded to this video by saying Melo would win MVP every year if he played like this during the season. If I'm a Knicks fan, I personally don't know how I would feel about this. A lot of Knicks fans really love Carmelo Anthony, and maybe even still do, since he was the hometown kid. But at the same time, a lot of Knicks fans are super excited about Kevin Knox after seeing him play in the Summer League. So you got the future of the Knicks roasting the past of the Knicks. Yeah, not sure how I'd feel about that at all. And for what will be our final bit of news for the day, DeMar DeRozan spoke on how he feels about being traded away from the Toronto Raptors for the first time yesterday in an interview with ESPN. And in this interview, DeMar DeRozan pretty much said that he feels like the Toronto Raptors did him dirty. And it's not the fact that they traded him, because they can trade whoever they want, but it's how they traded him and that they didn't even give him any type of warning.
I felt like I wasn't treated with what I sacrificed for 9 years, you know, with the respect that I thought I deserved, by just giving me the say-so of letting me know something's going on, or it's a chance. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I'm not saying you don't have to train me, or you just let me know something going on, because I sacrificed everything. Just let me know.
And DeMar DeRozan later went on to say this as well. I was really stuck. I couldn't think for a second because it just didn't feel real. I didn't have no indication like it would be something else. If I knew that, I wouldn't have reacted the way I did. I would have been prepared for it, but it caught me completely off guard because I'm thinking this is another summer. Move forward. I talk to my teammates every single day on how we can get better. So to hit me with that at midnight out of the blue, like, come on. 2 days prior, I asked, is anything going on? If it is, just let me know, because the rumors keep coming up. 2 days later, you're going here. And when it comes to the first person that reached out to DeMar DeRozan after this trade, it was actually none other than Drake. And the same day of the trade, DeMar DeRozan wound up at Drake's house just talking about life. The day it came out, I went to Drake's house. Me and him sat and talked for a couple of hours, not even on some hoop stuff, just to hear the words that come from being the person he is in this world, especially in Toronto. What I meant to the city, it was what I needed. I mean, this is just one of the unfortunate things that comes along with being an NBA player. There are a lot of great perks, but there's also stuff like this. You fall in love with the city, you get attached, next thing you know, you get traded to a completely different city, and you're left feeling hurt. That's the way it goes. But in life, in regular people's lives that work 9 to 5, one day you're working, the next day you're fired, and then it sucks. Either way, it sucks. Life sucks no matter what you are, who you are. Life's going to throw some things at you that sucks. DeMar DeRozan is going to get over it, and he's going to ball out in San Antonio. That's just how these things go. Anyways, that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. But thank you once again for watching. You guys already know that you are the real MVPs, and until next time, I am out of here. Peace.